I'm always down to make things controversial and makes things spicy. But my opponent's been extremely respectful, and I love doing it that way too. So if me and Thiago are going to talk too much trash about each other, then I'm definitely encouraging all the other guys to get it spicy for us.
Against Holly, do you see any she doesn't really have openings like that. So what do you see weaknesses in her game that you can take advantage of?
Well, she's not a champ anymore. Of course she have holes out there in her game. Misha Tate exposed her a lot, and Valentina Shevchenko exposed her a lot. She have a bunch of fires. Even the one she won, she have a lot of holes on her. And I feel like I have to manage very well my time, waiting for the best moment. I don't need to try to find her. She have to come to me. I'm gonna wait. She can run and she can try to outpoint on me, but I'm gonna be sharp when I get at the right moment.
In terms of your opponent, Jorge Masvidal, is not here. What do you make of that? It's a big sigh of disappointment.
I don't know. This guy doesn't want to show up to work. I don't really know what his problem is.
Because pretty much the whole lead up to this was the whole when is he going to say your name? When is he going to say your name? Now he's not even here. I did see he said your name. He said he wants to end the Askren bloodline, make you his blood. And when you see that, you're like, oh, well, at least he finally said my name.
No, I don't really care. It's fairly irrelevant to me. I think I'm very far in his head and under his skin. The end of my bloodline was hilarious because unless he's so fucking stupid he's going to put a hit out on my children or something. I already have 3 kids. I'm not going to have any more. I'm done. Sorry, George, to disappoint you on that. But I think, there's two there. For me, there's 2 things, right? Number 1, he knows he's going to be verbally assaulted by me, and he's going to lose that if he comes here. Number 2 would be that if he's so mentally weak that he thinks taking 1 day off training is going to affect the outcome of the bout, then he loses there too. So in either case, I win.
Ben, I know you like a good build-up to a fight, man. You enjoy a good lead-up. But give me personally how you feel about Masvidal. I mean, has he gotten to you or bugged you or annoyed you more than most?
John, that's a dumb question. Does it look like he got to me? Come on, man. No. Do you think I got to him, though?
Maybe so. You feel like you're under his skin?
I think so.
I think especially after her last fight, a lot is being made of Amanda's power. I mean, do you concede that she's the more powerful striker? And if so, where do you feel you have advantages?
Every fighter has their style. Every fighter has their own strengths, weaknesses, and yeah, she's a power puncher. And it didn't take just the last fight for me to know that. I know power is one of her things. So it's not just the fight with Cyborg. I think that was the one that maybe stands out the most. It's the most recent, and Cyborg's known for the same thing, so it was that big of a deal. But you can look at any fight the way you want. And there's a lot of times that there's people that have given her a harder time that aren't just standing there and banging with her either. So there's always different styles that make a difference. And here's the biggest thing about all that. I'm not Cyborg, I'm not Shevchenko, I'm not Misha Tate, I'm Holly Holm, and this is gonna be a totally different fight.
You've beaten some of the all-time greats they've put in front of you, but a new challenge this weekend. How would you describe what it's like to get ready for a fight against Holly Holm?
After this past fight in my career, I feel like I'm ready for everything, Holly is a tough fight, but I feel like I'm ready in front of her in this game, and I will prove it Saturday because I'm the best in this game, and I will keep proving, and I'm gonna keep this belt for a while. I'm 100% sure Saturday I will walk away with my new belt. I'm waiting for you guys there, okay? Thank you.
He's known for his aggression, of course. So, I mean, knowing that, is the early part of the fight, is that the most concerning or the time where you have to be the most aware?
Yeah, I think so. I hear that he's gained a lot of muscle to prepare for this fight. And I remember when I gained a lot of muscle to fight against Ovince St. Prude. I was bigger than ever, and it affected me. My endurance was not the same. And one thing I learned about this is that, UFC, MMA is an endurance sport, especially when you're fighting for world championships. It's a 25-minute endurance sport. So I believe in the first 2 rounds, maybe his muscles will work to his advantage. Anything after that, he's carrying extra weight, and I think it will ultimately work against him. I'm a lot lighter than I normally am. My idea was I'm fighting a guy moving up from middleweight, so I don't need to be any more powerful or strong for this fight. I need to be able to move really well and have some serious endurance. So I believe if it goes anywhere past two rounds, like the fight is definitely going to start to quickly move in my favor. But I also believe that I can finish him in the first 2 rounds as well. So let's just see how it all plays out.
What round and how are you going to do it?
We're gonna do it painfully and brutally. That's for sure. I don't like this dude, as everybody can know. So it's gonna be brutal, man. It's gonna be painful, man. I don't know what round yet, but it's gonna be painful.
Will this be Darren Till Part 2? Or how are you preparing for this, brother?
Nah, this is different, man. Darren Till woke up eventually. I don't know if Buddy's gonna wake up.
Damn! You're the man, Jorge. You're the man. You got this, brother.
You know this guy's gonna try to grab you and hug you the whole fight, right?
He's gonna try to put his face in my crotch, yes.
So what I'm wondering is, are you feeling a little knee on the way in? Are we gonna go with an uppercut? Are we gonna go with a flying knee? What are you feeling?
We got something that's not usually listed on the menu when you pull up to the drive-thru. It's gonna be it's on the special files for his ass, man. He's gonna find out July 6th though.
So, outside of fighting, I understand you're a geologist, correct? And big earthquaking recently?
So outside of fighting, my day job is I have my degree in geology and I work for an oil company. But so I help you guys feel the economy. But actually here in Las Vegas today, there was a 6.4 earthquake right in California that was felt down to Tijuana. So it was actually really huge and it was awesome. So I was just Googling on my phone like where it was and everything, and it was kind of, geogasming all over the place.
So I've never in all my pro fights had more fans come up to me and request the ending of somebody. Never, ever, never. It's always like, yeah, fuck that guy. But I've never had specific demands like, can you sink in his eye orbital so he can no longer see from that side? And I've jotted down all of them, and I've said, I'm putting it out there in the universe. I'm gonna try to make your wishes come true, So I've never had so much animosity towards a fighter that I've ever fought in my whole fucking career, man. From the fans, I mean, even yesterday when I was done at the open workouts, some lady had drawn a picture of him, showed it to me, threw it on the floor and started stepping on him. This is what I want you to do to his face. I was like, yeah, I swear my coaches were there. Maybe the UFC and Better picked it up, but it was pretty fucking entertaining, man. He's a master, I'll tell you what, he's a master of stuffing his face in men's crotches. Grandmaster. That, I can't take that away from him. I've never seen nobody do that at that level.
How do you incorporate that into training?
It's weird, man, because I'm not into dudes having their face in my crotch, bro. It's not something I've grown to like, so there's a lot of defenses for that, and I've been working on each and every one of them.
I would say that spending time disliking people is unhealthy and unproductive, so I try not to do it too much.
Okay, lastly for me.
If I don't like them, I just try not to think about them at all. Like, they're just gone.
Okay. How do you see the fight playing out on Saturday?
I think I dominated him for 15 minutes.
Now, just a moment ago, you stared down with Luke Rockhold, and he said some things to you. What exactly did he say to you when you guys met face to face?
That I've got small feet.
I don't understand. Like, what is that?
But maybe maybe they are small. I don't know. They are normal, but
sure.
We will see what he gonna say when he gonna feel my feet on his face, in the Saturday.
Can you just tell which kind of challenge do you think Ian brings to you?
Who?
Blakovic, yes.
That's tough. That's tough. I gotta fight smart. I gotta be tactical. I gotta put him in a bad space. He's a straightforward fighter. He's not technical. He's not fluid. He's stiff. He uses his strength. He blows himself out. I'm gonna work my way around him. I'm gonna expose him.
I am a true anomaly of the sport. I have found secrets, ancient secrets of anti-aging and staying young. And, I'm just getting started. I was living unauthentic for a long time, and I really, truly have found myself to know myself in the past 6 months. And this is really just a reinvention of Diego Sanchez, and I am coming with fire, lava, and the volcano's gonna explode on the welterweight division. I am focused on my mission, my destiny at hand to achieve my goal of becoming the welterweight gold Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Patty Kianzad versus Julia Avila, ladies and gentlemen. Live on Fight Pass, ladies and gentlemen, Ken Rencounter and Ismail Nawardin, Edmund Shabazian and Jack Marshman, ladies and gentlemen, Song Yadong and Alejandro Perez, Brando Marcos and Claudia Gadelia, ladies and gentlemen, Noelen Hernandez versus Marlon Vera, ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Allen and Gilbert Melendez, ladies and gentlemen. Official weight 169 for Diego. Luke Rockhold and Jan Blachowicz, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben, this is obviously a hugely important fight in the welterweight division, but a very, very emotionally exciting fight as well. Give us your thoughts on Jorge as an opponent and what tomorrow night means to you.
His muscles aren't very big and his beard's pretty ugly. But besides that, I think it's going to be total domination.
An opportunity once again to defend your one of 2 world titles. Give us your thoughts on Holly as an opponent.
Only 2 things to say. And still, tomorrow, I will go home with my new UFC belt. See you guys tomorrow.
Where was I? I was playing on the slots, and then here at New York, and I was like, hey, that's an earthquake. And I stood up, and my husband threw a fit, and he's like, we're all gonna die. And I was like, everyone, no, we're okay, just stay away. I like instructed people on safety, and then I put on my Instagram, like proper earthquake etiquette.
Can you explain why you know so much about earthquakes?
Oh, I know so much about earthquakes because I have my degree in geology and I interned as a seismologist for the USGS. And I did a little bit of programming with my internship. Or I'm sorry, it wasn't for the USGS, but I worked with in college. So that was only a summer. I'm not an expert by any means, but yeah, I'm a geologist. Oh, you got to stay away from the walls. Anything that's not secure, stay away from it. Stand, cover your head. Do not run, do not move. You just want to like cover yourself. Don't go outside because you don't know about the structural integrity of the walls or anything. If you're driving, stop because you don't know if there's any liquefaction, there'll be any sinkholes or anything. So, sinkholes? Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. So, you just want to be aware on what to do, especially in earthquake country here in California. So,
I was a little surprised because I wanted to beat Ronda tonight and call out Joanna because I feel like it's 1-1 and we gotta do a third fight, you know, like she owed me that, she knows that, and I wanted to fight Joanna again, but I was a little surprised when I found out she's fighting Michelle Waterson now. So let's wait for them to fight, and I'll wait for that to happen because I really want to fight Joanna again.
Well, if Michelle Waterson take that fight,
Michelle is my friend, you know, we agreed to fight if it's for the title. You know, I love Michelle, she's a good friend of mine, and I really want to fight Joanna.
Is there a card you want to be on?
I like to fight in the US because I spend less money in my coaches because I like to bring my 3 coaches, a teammate, my nutritionist. So if it's in the US, cool, but I've already been all over the world, so for now, I want to stay around here for a little bit, and Mexico City kind of interests me a little bit. I know I just said I don't want to spend money, but the fucking tacos are good over there. So maybe if that's an option. But I tell my manager and my team, if I'm fighting in Mexico, it's again a guy from the US or a guy from England. I'm not fighting a Mexican in Mexico. We already kill each other to be in the UFC. So if he's not for a top position, I'm not fighting my people. I'm not Mexican, but fuck it, we're close.
Nah, I mean, I don't know if a win over Gilbert puts me in the top 15. I kind of feel like it should, but a lot of people said I should already be there. Well, I don't, whatever. If I'm 40th, we'll know where I should be, so whatever.
You want to talk about pressure, guys? it's a lot more pressure when everybody's coming to you and they're like, dude, look at the videos of his coach, and I'm hearing all the weird shit they're doing in the back. I heard they were lighting incense and candles and shit, and I'm like, that puts so much pressure on me. I would rather be like, hey, you're fighting this guy who's coached by Mike Brown, Coach of the Year. I'm like, no pressure, dude, that's Coach of the Year. There's nothing. But when it's like, he's going in the fight with this one corner that's doing all this weird fruitcake shit, I'm like, fuck, dude, I cannot lose to this guy or else I'll never. It's like career suicide almost, you know what I mean? And that's not a shot at Diego. Yeah. But I don't think that a guy like that should be managed by one singular guy that doesn't have, the repertoire of skills that pertain to MMA. So there was some, with all the fruitcake stuff going on, that did actually put some pressure on me. It didn't make it any easier for me. I was very much putting a lot of pressure on myself because of those types of things, but it doesn't change the fact he's tough as hell.
So what was his response when you talked to him?
He said he agreed, you know what I mean? I know that, I know that that I had his respect. I never had a doubt in my mind, dude. If you've won the Ultimate Fighter and you've been through that experience, we have a certain respect for each other that other fighters won't share. Like, I know what he went through to get where he's at today, and vice versa, you know what I mean? So I never for once, even when he was saying all the crazy stuff this week, I never doubted that he didn't have my respect and I didn't have his, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. We had a hell of a fight, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
You called the left hook finish. You said that's how you were going to get it done. What did you know? How did you foresee that?
No, I see this the left hook when I prepare for this battle in my dreams, when I do my mentality training. So I just believe in that. Then I can hit him this left hook. I watch how Bisping do this in his fight 10,000 times. So I just know it will come.
He's so predictable, man. He's a scrub. But a part of me just wanted to throw it out there so he knew, like, if you do shoot like an idiot, like you only know how to, your head's gonna get clipped, and that would put the brakes on him and then beat him up for 14 minutes and 30 seconds and execute him. Or, he took the bait. I put my hands behind my back. He probably thought we were gonna fucking patty kick it up or something. I don't know. But he walked right into it,
I saw some criticism. People say the punches weren't really necessary. Maybe
they were super necessary.
Why were they necessary?
What do you mean, why were they not necessary?
Because he was already knocked out at that point.
But the referee hadn't pulled me off. And my job is to hit somebody till the referee pulls me off. So to those people, I would say maybe don't watch MMA, go back to soccer.
I saw some other criticisms perhaps of your celebration afterwards. Any regrets at the celebration or your behavior in the cage afterwards?
Man, there's not too many people that I've disliked. I have over 50 pro fights, and he's one of them, He talked about my manhood, talked about my culture, my ethnicity. Where do we draw? Why do certain people get to do stuff? You online, so you can do anything. Everything is cool before a fight. You're allowed to do and say whatever you want. Like other fighters are not doing, talking about people's religions, wife, even kids. That's cool. But after a fight, I'm not allowed to showboat and rub it in your face so you and guys like you could see it and be like, maybe I don't talk so much shit, because when I cross one of these real motherfuckers, they're gonna make me pay for it, man. They're gonna embarrass the shit out of me. And it's not over for Ben either. He still has to deal with me. If I see him at Whole Foods, I'm gonna still slap that dude up because I don't like him. He got the head buster with no longer with us clavicle. He got all types of shit. Then he got those punches to the face, because I thought he was gonna get up.
That maybe one day you guys could drop the beef, or do you think is this a permanent thing?
Oh no, it's not beef, because if it was beef, it'd be different. I'd be at the front of his house waiting for him right now. It's not beef. This is just, I don't like my coworker, we could say, but this is not beef, This is just some idiot I don't like, But my job, thank God, you guys gotta be jealous of this for me. I get to punch the coworkers I don't like in the face.
I thought Holly's gonna move a lot. I thought she's gonna in and out, run a little bit, try to clinch me, but she show up she stays still there. And I have to do something else. I have to do plan B, because my first will always chase her. And she kind of show up different, and it was better for me how she show up tonight. Honestly, me and my coach Catel, we've been doing this for so long. And in the actually was this weekend, I was in the hotel room. Me and Nina started practice, hook, straight, and finish with the leg kick because I knew she's gonna run that way. And every time before I sleep, like we always doing over and over. So like, Mai's gonna catch her with this one. I'm gonna doing this, and like I have the best coach in the world, and we do this over and over. Was something that I have the whole time. I don't have a chance to show yet, but tonight was a good night to show. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, he was extremely powerful. His kicks were powerful, his punches were powerful, and I wanted to play a smart game. It probably would have been a lot smarter to get him to the ground and test him there, but I felt like I was winning at what he was absolute best at. I feel like his team had him ultimately prepared. His cardio was great. His punches and kicks were great, and I felt like that was his best. That was his best. And I found a way to win on the feet at what he's absolute best at. And so in a rematch, if that were to happen, obviously I need to make some adjustments and make smarter choices. Look for maybe attack him where he's a little weaker. But I am proud because his kickboxing and his stand-up is what he's known for. I faced it head on, 25 minutes, and I found a way to come out on top. So. Hey guys, God bless you. Get home safe. You're in Vegas, have a little fun. And I love you guys. Love the fans that are listening. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. It means everything. You are my motivation. And God is good. Jesus is number one.